Ladies and gentlemen, let's play darts from the jungle. Welcome, Kong, Robbie, Green. Over the top, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dean Winstanley.
Welcome to the Lakeside Professional Sumo Wrestling Championships. I've not seen an entrance like that since Daryl Fitt and Antonio Shea collided on the Oki in the semi-final a few years ago. Martin Adams alongside me in the commentary box. If you're going to tangle with Robbie Green, I'm not quite sure that's the way I'd want to go about it, Martin.
Certainly not, no, he's a big fella, isn't he? There's a lot of Robbie Green to go around.
And I tell you what, it's nice to see Robbie Green at the top of his game. Really talented darts player who pushed you very hard, Martin, at the World Masters, which you can smile about now.
I can, yeah, 2009. I was looking for the taxi home. I was looking dead and buried. One missed double made all the difference for me.
But can Dean Winstanley justify his number 3 seeding?
It's the first set, it's the first leg. It's Robbie to throw first. Game on!
We shall find out, because it's game on.
And the best of 7 sets under the best of order. Robbie Green, the number 14 seed, gets us underway against Dean Winstanley, seeded 3. Although seedings quite often don't really mean a thing when you're chucking from 7'9" and a quarter.
139.
One thing I can guarantee, Martin, it is absolutely baking tonight. I'm told 42 degrees up on that stage.
I don't believe it's 42. That would be too much of a coincidence. This is not the World Darts Trophy being played in September.
Have you played under 42 degrees worth of heat before then?
Yes, I have.
Yes.
On the stage,
in
World Darts Trophy in September some years ago, yeah. 42 degrees. It was the top temperature we had on stage that year.
And Robbie is a very big lad.
58.
Although we quite often see the big lads coping quite well with the heat.
I think he'll be fine in this. Once we get into a couple of legs into it, any nerves that either of the players have got will have gone, and they'll get down to just playing darts.
We call him Kong, 36, from Liverpool. Here in his second Lakeside.
134.
And in the second round, for the first time on his debut, he lasted 1 match. And it was the first match against Tony O'Shea. First match of the championship. In and out before he even
100.
had a blink, he said.
Dean, you require 138.
Winstanley on his Lakeside debut. First full year on the tour. Just a little bit wayward there.
55.
So
Robbie
Green,
requires 71.
He's gone downstairs for 17s. 14 the tops.
31.
Close call.
Dean, you require 83.
Treble 17 as well for Winstanley, and it's the single that he hit, so a single 16 will leave the bullseye. And unluckily for him, the 24 leaves nothing.
43.
Indeed.
Robbie, you require 40.
Robbie on double top. Double 10. Double 7. A little bit nervy start.
26. Dean, you require 40.
Tops for Winstanley then. And his favourite double taken out.
Dean Winstanley.
Should he have had the opportunity though?
Well, in all honesty, no, he shouldn't have had the opportunity, but
Second leg,
first leg of the match.
to throw first.
Still a bit nervy. I think it will settle down over the next 2 legs. Probably even in this one. Maybe not though.
26.
All right. Was 3 of the most nervy darts you'll ever see here.
Without a doubt. But Robbie surges forward. Straight in the treble 20.
100.
Had quite an epic first round match, Dean Winstanley, against his Yorkshire County colleague Martin Atkins.
96.
Won by 3 sets to 2. Went to the 6th set of the final set. Oh, 6th leg, I should say, the final
59.
set. Before he got the winning double. And Martin Atkins by that stage had already missed 2 darts and a double for the match.
60. $83.
There we have it. Dean's first 180 of the match.
Maybe Robbie's, yes.
180.
But crucially, that 180 takes Robbie Green to a finish. And a 2-dart checkout. And Winstanley needed a few more.
59. Robbie, you require 79.
So can Robbie Green break back? Double 11. Awkward angle, as you see him moving way over to the right-hand side, and he's got it in there. Nice.
Second leg. Robbie Green. Third leg, and it's Robbie to throw first. Game on.
That game just exploded into life there, Martin.
I think so, yes. We're over the nervy bit now, and
58.
this should shape up to a great game of darts.
He's done well on his first year on the tour, Dean Winstanley, after borrowing 500 quid off a mate of his to go and play some opens.
Exceptionally well. Really has done brilliant. I mean, to maintain that position at the top of the table. Come into the Masters and the Lakeside as number 3 seed. Brilliant for your first year on the circuit.
He won the German Open, so the England Open, which was his next tournament win, gave him more satisfaction.
81.
It's the boys out the crowd. It's the German Open. It's Chris Adams, Director of Cricket at Surrey, watches on. A few of you didn't make it to that tournament, courtesy of the volcano in Iceland.
Indeed, yes.
58.
My flight was grounded. Stuck either in Germany and couldn't get to Stansted to pick me up.
100.
It's at least the England Open, everyone was there. You know, it was a top competition. Decent weekend, very good standard, and to come out on top gave him a lot of satisfaction.
And a very hot day as well. And Dino's hotting up here.
Robbie, you require 84.
And he can finish with double 12.
60.
Once again, though,
Dean, you require 82.
Robbie Green with the darts in his hand, not completing the leg. Now, where's Winstanley going there? Well, treble 14, single 14, and now wants bullseye. Well,
42.
is he not gone for it?
Robbie, you require 24.
Double 12 for Robbie Green here. Winstanley actually not going for the double. That's cocky if it comes off.
12.
I think that was a serious
Dean, you
miscount.
require
But anyway,
40.
he's left double top.
Yes, that's going shot on the third leg. Dean Winstanley.
Well, he gets it, and he did miscount. I'm thinking, yeah, that is
Fourth leg, and it's Dean to
the
throw
most
first.
arrogant
Game
3
on.
darts I've ever seen at the Lakeside. If he thought Robbie Green wasn't going to get a double, so why go for the bullseye?
No, tapping his head. Hello, is anyone in? Wake up.
100.
Well, we've already had 3 180s. There's a 4th.
180.
They might not be able to finish very well at the moment, these boys, mine, but they can score, can't they?
60.
Fantastic scoring. I mean, this is what Dean's been doing on the circuit all year. Hitting the 140s and hitting the 180s and really putting you under serious pressure.
140.
And in doing that sometimes, very often, you're giving yourself 2 goes at a double. And here he is, set on 81.
Hope he can count it this time.
Dean, you require 81.
Otherwise, he might need 2 goes. Well, single 12. Got the treble. Double 13.
No score.
And he's miscounted again. He's miscounted again. By 10.
Nerves are playing a big part in this game now.
100. Dean, you require 81.
Well, it's funny that he can smile about this, but at least with Robbie Green on 186, he knows he's coming back, and he's needing all the time in the world here.
27.
Because I think Robbie's kicking himself. He hasn't managed to put in some bigger scores.
132.
Because now there's a bit of pressure on this 54,
Dean, you require 54.
which is 18 double 18 or 14 tops, if you're listening, Dean. Double top. Yes, he counted that one.
Yes, that's game shot.
And there's the
First set. Dean Winstanley.
I have never seen anything like it in my life. For a guy trying to win a set. Yes, 1 miscount, but not 2. Surely not.
And a big slug of water.
Second set.
Which I think he
First
needs.
leg is Dean to throw first. Game on.
Dean Winstanley muttering "think" to himself as he approaches the oche, which isn't a bad idea.
I think it's a very good idea. And here he goes again. Is this another one?
140.
What do you put it down to, though, Martin? Because from where we're sat, you know, it looks really easy, doesn't it?
Well, just not thinking about what you're doing. There was
78.
the first miscount. I believe he actually checked something with the referee and still got it wrong.
And the second miscount, well, if he was going for 91, it would have been brilliant.
140.
But it hasn't phased him. Scoring is still going. 140, 140.
96.
And there's another couple in the treble 20. Robbie Green is a long way back here at the moment. He won't be enjoying this. Mushy and the lads watching at the bird in hand tonight.
Dean, you require 96.
Or even at the 5 bars, where his brother works to Wallasey venues. Double 18 now. Yorkshire having a nod over Merseyside at the moment.
Second leg is Robbie to throw first. Game on.
And I think a nod to the crowd there, to some friends from Dean. Yeah, I got that one right.
11 dart leg as well, Martin.
Brilliant stuff.
$60. $55. $60.
Well, he needs all of these. And a round of applause from Ruth, Robbie's partner.
$60.
Well, at the moment, Kong's slipping up on a banana skin of his own.
$60.
One of those comfortable legs that's, if you're Robbie Green, you'd quite like this to wrap it up right now.
Indeed, yes, 106. Leaves him 86. 85, treble 15 to leave tops.
66.
Well, that'll do.
He has the time. Dean's going to try and pressure this. Could be another 180.
140. Robbie, you require 40.
That's all right. He might have 6 darts from here when Stanley's on 81. Double 10 for Robbie Green.
Yes, that's game shot
No
on the
messing.
second leg. Robbie Green. Third leg, and it's
Lovely
Dean to throw
double
first.
10.
Game on. $135.
Another strong start to a leg from the number 3 seed.
No less than I would expect from Dean. He is a good scorer.
60.
But here's the thing, 7 scores of 140 or more from Winstanley already. 7 ton pluses as well. You think he'd be averaging somewhere near the hundreds. But sadly,
81.
his doubles of 4 out of 6. Doubles actually haven't been too bad. It's the miscounts that have kind of cost him right at the end, isn't it?
Indeed, big style. And you don't really want to be doing that sort of thing to go through, you know, in a match where you second round match get to go in the quarterfinals to start miscounting. But another 180 rolls off the press.
64. Dean, you require 105.
So for another ton plus, this time for a finish. Double top. He's counting well.
Yes,
and he's aiming well.
Third leg. Winstanley. Fourth leg is ready to throw first. Game on.
Lorraine Farlam, Cheshire County player. Very close to Dean as well.
85.
And now she's out of the championship, supporting the number 3 seed. Don't forget, on the red button tomorrow night, the ladies' semi-finals. 2 world championships running parallel to each other this week at the Lakeside.
$60. $59.
An experienced player, Robbie Green, not just in this video circuit. Tried his hand in the PDC for a number of years, was a quarter-finalist, I think, at the UK Open back in 2006. Everyone knows about Kong.
60.
Northern Ireland Open champion 2010, which is in the latter part of the year. Martin, it's a good one to win before the Lakeside.
78.
I think so, yeah. I mean, it shows you whether you're playing well coming into it. You know, if you're playing well at that stage, you've not got a lot of work to do in preparation for this one. Just keep it going.
140.
Went on to finish runner-up at the Zyderdown Masters as well, but he was 4-0 up in that final against Ross Montgomery and rather let it slip.
57. Robbie, you require 96.
The count may have exited, but his vampire duck remains. Still driving everyone quackers.
28. Dean, you require 97.
Well, 21 scored. He's 76. Setting up the double if Robbie Green misses this. Double four. Lovely. Much better from Robbie Green. Giving Ruth an easier time of it. If indeed she can have an easy time at the moment. She is 9 months pregnant. The baby due in about 8 days, I think now, Martin.
Well, let's hope it stays at 8 days. I don't think we could cope with a birth here today.
I said, how is little Kong? She said, he's been very quiet all day, but I know that when 58. Dad gets up on the stage, he's going to start kicking and rolling and tossing and turning away. We get involved in a 7-set thriller. Who's to say that the little one might not want to make an early appearance?
Indeed. You never know, do you? What a good 140 there from Robbie. And away.
$59.
It should be mentioned as well this evening that Dean Winstanley has managed to wash his lucky pants.
59.
And he's wearing them again. Covered in four-leaf clovers they are.
Well, I hope he washed them.
Oh, he said they've been sat on the side of the bath for a few days.
43.
But at least they are lucky pants now, because he survived a first-round match and had 2 darts against him. So we can officially crown them the luckiest underwear of the tournament so far.
Unless you're having a few dodgy moments on finishing.
I was going to say, unless you've worn the same attire for your 2 matches so far.
No, definitely not. That's
100.
Robbie Green, 144.
44.
To take the second set.
Good cover that.
Dean, you require 99.
Might go 2 double tops here. Well, treble 20 for double 10.
79.
And for the set, yeah, it was close.
You require 62.
Now Green to try and square the match at 1 set all. Wants double top himself.
22.
Not missing by much.
Dean, you require 20.
But Dean, double 10 for the second set.
It's there. First game shot and the second set. Dean Winstanley.
Now the Winstanley contingent.
Ladies and
very
gentlemen,
pleased.
Please. Third set, first leg. It's Robbie to throw first. Game on.
So far, so good.
140.
For the eastern side of the Pennines.
36.
Bar a few miscounts, Winstanley just looking quite settled at the moment.
Yes, after a very, very nervy start.
140.
But Robbie knows he's got to grab a set here. He's trying to get his game going.
128.
There's a fear if Dean gets into a 3-0 lead, it could well be all over.
85.
He's got the darts though in this set, Martin. Just got to concentrate, hasn't he, on holding his throw.
Oh, very much so.
55.
Very much so. And he's got a good opportunity to take the first leg. 2 treble 20s. Not to be. We'll stay with the treble 20s. And stay there again, I would guess, to leave 36.
100. 54. Robbie
back to time.
36.
He's only hit 3 out of 15. That's a bit more like it.
Robbie Green.
First time of asking for Robbie Green.
Second leg is Dean to throw first. Game on. 100. 46.
Robbie needs more than 46, I feel. Be nice to take one against the throat.
The scoring's
60.
dipped again, hasn't it?
Yes, yes.
And is that the heat or is that the tension at the stage of the match? I don't know.
100.
Hard to say, really. Sometimes you can be trying that just that little bit too hard rather than throwing your normal, fairly relaxed game. Dean has obviously got into the swing. This could be his 11th 180 of the tournament. And his 6th today.
You tell me what's going to be the lottery numbers for Saturday.
I wish I could.
100.
Prowess like that, it's got to be worth a question. Can Winstanley answer this? No, not on this occasion. Nice check out of the tournament, 124.
60.
Robbie Green yet to produce a 3-figure checkout.
93. Dean, you require 101.
So back up to the treble 20s. Now treble 19 for double 12. Dipping over and under there. But Green not on the finish.
No, and he must be praying that he'll get a chance.
49.
Winstanley, I think, could just do with brushing up on his counting a little bit. Very indecisive.
I think we're seeing some nervy play from Dean. There's a little bit of shake in the dart there when he's going for those doubles.
I thought he was the most confident man in Yorkshire.
I'm sure he is, but there's some nerves in there.
And that's a nervous dart as well, isn't it?
Very much so.
Double 14, he's just checking.
Well done. First game shot on the second leg. Dean Winstanley.
Good dart, under pressure.
Game on.
Lorraine likes it. They were practicing together earlier on this afternoon. Robbie Green was
83.
having a practice with Stevie Bunting.
Yeah,
and Stevie Bunting's grinning away the bullets. Was that a good knockout with Robbie Green as well? And there's Robbie's son Jamie, who I was having a practice with.
58.
We decided to go for checkouts today. I got a 71, an 81 and a 91. And there it ended, Martin.
140.
But were they consecutive?
No.
No.
Well, there was one after the other. There was a few in between. But hit the 91 and put the darts down. You quit while you're ahead.
But Robbie here, 138.
138.
I'll do it now. 18 all in tops.
98. 100. Robbie, you require 40.
So the back-to-back 140s, giving Robbie Green the advantage. But he's got to close out the leg, and he's shaking his head again. Oh dear.
Dean, you require 103.
His little Kong kicking. Is she having kittens? Because her man's monkeying around, and Winstanley pulled it when he wanted a double top.
Robbie, you require 40.
I'm not sure she's enjoying this. Not sure you can. 4 out of 21, 4 out of 22 20. When going for a double.
Dean, you require 20.
Winstanley wants the same. And it's the same result. Now double 5. Oh
10.
Dear.
Robbie, you require 20.
So double 10 for Robbie Green to take the lead in the third set. Double 5.
15.
Couldn't even talk.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you please not call out while the players are on the hockey? Thank you.
There's a long way to go, and I think it's going to be a very uncomfortable night for Ruth and for Lorraine and for Dean and for Robbie and for all of us. Hit the double. Unlucky deflection. Wow.
No score.
Time
Robbie,
to make amends
5.
for Robbie Green now. I think he's just saying to Dean Winstanley, let's pretend it's practice darts. And it was a half smile as he threw his final dart. She's been put through the ringer.
First, very best of order, please.
A look of relief. Thank God that leg's over.
140.
Forget the gas and air in 8 days' time. She might need some this evening.
100. 140. 82.
Before tonight, only 6 seeds remain in the competition. And this the only second round match that features 2 seeds together. So whatever happens on the hockey, we're going to lose at least one.
100. Dean, you require 121.
So Dean, 121, my favourite finish. Will he go for a treble 11? No. 7 would have been my choice.
Why, Martin, when he steps up for 121 and he hits what he wants, the treble 20, is he thinking, where do I go next?
I don't know. I find it quite unbelievable.
170.
You know what you've got in your mind, and you should just go
Do
for
you
it.
require
Because you're 39. Will he go for the 7? He will. Double 16. And double 8.
23. Robbie, you require 99.
So, dropping down to 19s, and now 2 double tops. Misses with the first one, didn't he?
59.
He's just falling a bit short at the moment. He hasn't got his pitch right, Robbie Green, in this match. Winstanley barely counting correctly.
No score.
But on that occasion, you just have to say unlucky. They can't get much closer without going in. Still he struggles, Robbie Green. This was his 29th attempt at a double in the match. And it was a lot more clinical than the previous leg.
Full set, first leg, it's Dean to throw first, game on.
Big sigh of relief from the big man.
I think it was a big sigh of relief from his good lady as well.
So when you're throwing for a finish, do you work out, another 180 possibly, no, 7th 140, do you work out 3 or 4 different permutations in your mind before you release a dart?
No, I know exactly which way I want to go. If, say for instance, the second dart on that 1-2-1, you go for treble 20, you hit it, you go for 11. Well, I will always aim at the treble 11, but if it goes high, hits a 14, I know exactly what I want to do. Because I practice it. Dean maybe doesn't practice his finishes to that extent.
I think he might be if he goes through tonight.
140.
It's one of those little things he can do to brush up.
The most bizarre piece about that was he'd hit the treble 20 and then didn't know what to do. Surely you must have worked out you got 61 left.
Well, given that that's what you're aiming for, yes.
97.
Really bizarre. But like I said, it's really easy when we're sat here. Albeit you make it look quite easy when you're stood up there.
Well, yeah, but when a guy's on a finish as well, to come down and it was clearly, I would say he was going for 21, treble 7, 21 to leave tops. Bizarre.
57.
Well, let's see if he works this one out 62. In his mind. Single 12 for double top. He always wants to leave double top. That is his favourite double.
On the first leg, Dean Winstanley. Second leg, it's Robbie to throw first.
And to go with the lucky pants, the lucky leprechauns, giving their own blessing to Dean Winstanley.
140.
I'm surprised they're on the pints, man. I thought they might be drinking shorts tonight.
Nursing the pot of gold.
134.
Fine darts there from Robbie.
$85. $100. $81. Robbie, you require 127.
Not sure that was a grimace from Dean or not, but 127. 10 or a bullseye, I would think. He's not sure, he can't make up his mind.
He went in for it. That's better. That's one for the crowd, one for her, and one for him. If you're going to set up the 127, you might as well take it out.
Well, I'm a firm believer, as you know, if you've got a double on, go for it, even if it is the bullseye.
140.
Otherwise, why set it up?
Agreed.
$100.
Best piece of finishing I've seen today, though, was Gary Robson, who went single 17, single 14, double top to take out 71. But he was standing on one hockey and he was throwing to the board 44. On his right.
He does like to practice his exhibition shots, does our Gary? It's lovely to watch, though, isn't it?
It was a delight to watch.
Pretty to watch.
28.
He was just doing it to have a bit of fun.
59.
Keep nice and loose. Not playing today.
I don't think he'll be doing that tomorrow.
No.
100.
Leaves a 93 for Dean. Robbie way back on 298s.
94.
Thought that 127 might just spark Robbie into life a bit. Might actually just give him the kickstart that I think he needs at the moment, but it hasn't in this leg. treble 14 will be handy, or for the single 18. Once again, indecision, smiling about it and
53.
Seeking a bit of help from those around him.
Well, you're able to ask the referee what's left or what you've scored. The referee can't tell you which way to go and just give you the total what's left.
100.
There is our referee,
40.
Barry Gilby. And he works out double top again. Winstanley, it worked for him.
Fourth leg, and it's Robbie to throw first. Game on. $100.
Just the form Robbie Green's in here at the moment. Difficult to see him coming back from a 3-1 deficit, Martin.
I'm inclined to agree at this stage. Robbie's scoring has not been really consistently great. Getting by at times. Whereas I've seen him play just ton after ton after 140 after 140 and just continually going. But there we have some stats there. On the 100 plus, 25 for Robbie, 21 Dean. On the 140s, 8 for Robbie, 11 for Dean, and the 180s, 2 and 5 respectively.
He's a little bit behind now, isn't he, on the big scores.
The 180s and the 140s are making a big difference.
$60.
Calm down, calm down.
58.
And unfortunately, Robbie's not been in the best positions when Dean's miscounted to take advantage of those miscounts.
Well, I get the feeling if Winstanley was playing tonight at the Castle Club in Conisbrough, he'd be okay. He wouldn't have these problems.
Well, I guess not, but he seems to cope okay on the ranking events.
Dean, you require 125.
Another bounce out. Catching the dart first, though. That's a good first dart.
65.
He couldn't carry on the check out.
150. $100. Dean, you require 60.
Should be straightforward for him in this for the set. And it was very straightforward indeed.
Dean Winstanley.
Well, he's not making it comfortable, but it is very comfortable for Dean Winstanley at the moment. 3-1 he leads.
Good position to be in. And Robbie's got to make his move now. I think they're both feeling the heat up there at the moment. It's very hot on that stage.
Fifth set, first leg. It's Robbie to throw first.
Well, if it is hot up on that stage, our referee Barry Gilby getting this fifth set underway is perhaps the best man qualified to officiate.
60.
Given that he is a Essex fireman. Of the two, I think Robbie Green is just suffering a touch up there.
140.
Well, physically anyway, Winstanley's putting the mental struggles on himself.
Yeah, true, but we wouldn't want Barry to put a dampener on it.
140.
He's been waiting a while for a 180, and he's keeping us waiting a bit longer. Yeah, Richard Winstanley. That's Dean's older brother.
140.
Albeit that they say Dean is the oldest 29-year-old on the circuit.
83. Robbie, you require 161. 82. Dean, you require 138.
The sweat gathering on the forehead of both players. 75 scored, should be treble 13 really. Well, checks with the referee. And I don't think treble 3 was what he was going for at all. That's
79.
how the indecision's affecting the flow of his game. 20 for tops. So just to hold his throw, Robbie Green.
59. Dean, you require 54.
Dean, 54 to go further ahead. That's an 11. 3 for tops.
14. Robbie, you require 20.
Doesn't look comfortable.
Yes, that's game shot on the first
She
leg.
looks even less comfortable.
Second leg is
at least it went in that time.
Game on. $140.
And even though the 140s, Martin, are going in for Winstanley, the fact that he hasn't got a 180 and he, hence the nickname over the top, rather likes to thrive on the celebrations. It's not helping him, is it?
It isn't, no. No, he's making a lot of errors on the finishing. I mean, with the last shot there, 11 first start was really a very, very loose start, and he's only got himself to blame for it. Bit of nerve and bit of tension still in there.
$140.
With the darts, Winstanley still putting in big enough scores to
44.
stay well ahead here. Robbie Green, I
138.
think, is giving this leg up. Now, he wanted 138 in the last leg, and it didn't get it. 98 now, looking away once and twice.
58.
And that's the proper way to do it. Just a quick look, that's fine.
100. Dean, you require 80.
Single 20 for another leg. Double top to close it out. There you
First
go.
game shot on the second leg. Dean Winstanley, third leg, and it's Robbie to throw first. Game on.
There's no doubting that double top is over the top's favourite double.
57.
But you don't want too many darts over the tops.
There you go. Robbie Green hasn't hit it in 10 attempts. Dean Winstanley has hit it 8 out of 11 attempts.
140.
Into the red bit, and he's tickled pink by it.
180.
Well, a maximum for Robbie Green, but he kind of just turns away and shrugs it off. Needs many more.
And another one here would fit nicely, or even a 140.
58.
No consistency to his game.
Not at all at the moment. And to be honest, it's been a bit shaky on and off all the way through.
85.
Well, we saw Rich, and there's Jane, the Winstanley family, his sister there, all packed in at the back tonight.
100.
The family Winstanley.
$100. Robbie, you require 106.
106, treble 20. 10 or a 6. No, he's gone 14 for 32.
90.
Just short.
Dean, you require 76.
That's fine, he worked it out, he knew where he was going, much closer to the double. But Winstanley now for double 8.
Yes,
he has got it.
Dean Winstanley.
And that could be a very key break of throw, because now Winstanley is one leg away from the quarters.
Fourth leg, and it's Dean to throw first. Game on.
And a fine place to be. And this turns into a leg Dean can win in the quarter-final. But a must-win leg for Robbie to stay in the match.
Can he score enough? Well, that's just to keep pace with Winstanley.
Yep, that's right. That's what he's got to do. He's got to hope that Dean fades a little bit here, and he can step in, hit the big score, get in front and take the leg.
Got a bit of a lucky break with that first art for Winstanley. It was over the top of the bed and made it hard for the Yorkshireman, but
100.
Couldn't follow in that second art for another treble, so it's even Steven still.
$100.
Steady darts is good at this stage for Dean.
And that's a lovely angle for Robbie Green. There's bags of room for him, there really is.
180.
That's exactly what he needed,
61.
with Dean now throwing at 161.
The perfect delivery from Robbie Green.
45. Robbie, you require 81.
Can he be reborn with an 81? Single 12. Would have left him the bullseye, but what a slip. Could have just gone for the big fat 12, make sure of it. Gamble for the treble, and the gamble 49. Didn't pay off. Now he has to hope Winstanley can't count and can't finish.
Indeed. 116. Treble 20 still. But double 18.
It, but in the end it all adds up for the number 3 seed, and he is through at the expense of Kong, who really is the daddy, but sadly for him not this week at the Lakeside.
They call him over the top. He's in the quarter-final. Dean Winstanley.